Hello YouTube. My name's Ian. I'm with the Small Corner, and I'm gonna be giving you a review on a game that I was really looking forward to. Finally got my hands on it. I've made a couple versions of this video, but I realized I left the game upstairs. I'll put a video on later, just proving that I have the game. But I'm just gonna give you a review from what I kind of thought of it. I'm gonna start off with the bad points, just to kind of get those out of the way, because I might make this game sound bad, but it is a unbelievable game. I highly recommend you go get it. It's fun, it's replayable, everything. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about in the bad points is the guns. Like I said in my bit on Borderlands video, I thought the guns were all kind of going to blend together, and they do. They took about 15 base guns, and then they added a ton of different stats on top. They all feel different, but they all kind of look similar, which I think that's the main way, that's kind of the main thing that people associate with guns is their appearance, and the appearance does look kind of different, or the appearance does look kind of similar, and it's not a bad thing. Like I said, guns is also one of my good points, but I'll get to that later. But the guns, they feel different. They all feel different. They all have, like, some guns will have, like, incendiary ammo, and they'll hit people and then they'll burst into flames, and others have like plasma ammo and they'll melt their faces off, and then there's electricity ammo and it shocks their head in half or whatever. But in the end, they all do kind of look similar, but it's really not, it doesn't take that much away from it, because it's really rewarding to find that one perfect gun that you really like. The next bad point is the story. The story is just not that good, and this is nothing against the game, because a lot of games don't really have a good story. But I mean, when you have a game that's been looked forward to for this long, you'd expect a little more when it comes to the story. I mean, it's just kind of an average story. You're supposed to find this vault, and there's nothing really against it, but I mean, they could have gone more with that. They could have added a little more on top. Like Fallout 3, once that game is over, you're like sad because the story is just so great. And then they came out with all these DLCs and stuff for Fallout 3, and it's really, really fun. Fallout 3, the story was the whole game. I mean, the VATS and that kind of stuff, that was cool too. But I mean, the story was the reason why people played the game. And Borderlands is just kind of short in the story department. I mean, it's still a great game. I highly, highly recommend it. I can't reiterate enough how much I want you to get this game, because I've had it for about 2 hours now, and because I got up and I went to GameStop as soon as GameStop opened, and I got it, and the game was just the game's just really fun. But those are the two bad points, the guns and the story, and that is completely wiped clean by the good points. Now, the first things I want to start off the good points are the guns. Guns. There are a lot of guns. Like I said as my bad points, they all may not look different, but they do feel very different, each one. Like, one gun may shoot as fast as a P90 from Call of Duty 4, and it'll have electric ammo that hits someone like 60 times with one clip, and then they fall over and their head's electrocuted off. And then you might see that gun, and it looks the same a little, but it'll have like a different scope, and it'll have a little bit of a longer barrel, and it'll have a smaller clip, but it'll have incendiary ammo, and it takes like 7 shots, and then the person will catch on fire. And that, I think, that is really, really fun. I mean, that's really cool, because though they may not look different, they all feel different, and that feels good, to be honest with you, because, well, my voice just cracked, so please don't put comments on that. But, I mean, in Call of Duty 4, you'll find a sniper rifle on the ground, then you find another one, and then there's a first sniper rifle you unlock, like the M1 or whatever, I forgot what it's called, and then there's the R700, and they're both basically the same sniper rifle. They're both basically the same sniper rifle. In this game, you'll find a sniper rifle, and then you'll find another sniper rifle. They might look similar, but one, you can shoot like bam, 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 bam. Another one, bam, reload, bam, reload. And the one that's bam, reload, then it may do like 20 times more damage, but the other one, it balances it out because it can do more damage over a shorter period of time. So you understand what I'm saying. Another good point is the art style, and you can say you told me so because I said in my bit on Borderlands video that the art style wasn't going to be very good. The art style is really fun. It adds to the game a ton. There's not really much I can say about the game or about the art style because it's just, the art style is just good. It's refreshing. It's just, I don't really think you're supposed to take this game very seriously because, like Randy Pitchford said, he's like, screw plausibility. We want a game that'll be fun. And this game has succeeded in being pretty fun. The multiplayer. This is the part that just blows it all away. This is the reason why G4 might give it a 5 out of 5. This is the reason why it could be up for Game of the Year. Because of the multiplayer. This is no Fable 2 crap where I've played Fable 2, you've probably played Fable 2, where you can play multiplayer together, but you have to stay right next to each other. It's not split screen, and you don't get to keep your character. This is legitimate multiplayer. You can do 2-player co-op split screen, which is really fun. That's probably what I'm going to be doing this whole weekend with my friend. 2-player split screen, and that is so fun. I mean, I played it a little with my brother this morning before I went to school. I have a cold, by the way, in case y'all can't tell. And it's just really fun. And one player can be in mines down in the desert part, and then another player can be like up on a mountain, and you will be sitting next to each other, but it's like 2 versions of the same game, and you can play together or play separately, but it'll be split screen. Because I'm one of those people that play Oblivion a ton still, and my friend who's raw at Oblivion, he's level like 94 or something, some really, really, really high level. He always comes over, and I play for like an hour, then he plays for an hour. And there's none of that in this game. There's awesome multiplayer. The co-op, I played a little bit of it. The co-op does not lag. It's awesome too. And I'm not really going to talk that much about it because I haven't really played that much, and I don't want to lie to you all and like tell you things that aren't true. But I mean, the co-op is pretty darn fun because I did play a little bit. And there's one other thing that I want to talk about, or one other part of the multiplayer, and there's this thing called like the dual arena or whatever. This is how you prove that one character is better than the other. Let's say that me and my friend John, for example, I don't have any friends named John, but let's say me and my friend John are playing together. And me and my friend John are like, we've been playing this game for a long time, and John's level 18, I'm level 20, and then John's like, well, Ian, my character's better than you because I have a better shotgun that catches someone on fire. They say something like that. Well, then I'll be like, well, no, John, I have a machine gun that has a clip of 50 bullets and it does 30 damage with plasma rounds. Well, you go to the dual arena and you see whose character's bigger or better, and that is really fun. Me and my brother played it this morning before I went to school, and I destroyed him because I'd already been playing for a minute. But I mean, you understand what I'm saying. Like, you can prove, in this game, you can prove which character's better. And that is a really, really gratifying part. The last thing I want to talk about is the loot. And the loot is really good. The loot just kind of relates around guns. And I don't really have much time left for this video. But the loot is really fun. And I definitely think that you should play this game because the loot is really good. And the RPGing really isn't that strong, but it's a good point because it kind of balances out the shooting part. And I definitely want to give this game props because this game's really good. They've succeeded in doing something new. I highly recommend it. In total, I give it about a 9.3 out of 10. And there you go. I just want to thank you for watching and go buy this game. It's really fun.